Tonight on Smackdown Live AfterBuzz TV Aftershow, we got title defenses, we got predictions, and I need to crunch some numbers, so stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What is up, everybody? We are live on AfterBuzzTV.com, the AfterBuzz TV YouTube page, iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify. Like and subscribe and telling your friends and your foes about the world of AfterBuzz TV as we break down SmackDown Live on the last stop before FastLane, which is the last stop before more Raws and SmackDowns, which will then eventually be the last stop before WrestleMania. What's up, everybody? I'm Christian Rosenberg. Tom Connolly is here with me this week.
I am here. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, hello.
It's good to see you. Gabby, off this week, however, for good reason. I want to plug this right at the get-go for her.
Good, yeah.
Because Gabby, right now, she's not here because she's finishing the preparations for tomorrow live on Access TV Fights Facebook page and YouTube page, 11 a.m. Don't turn 11 p.m. She'll be mad at me. 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. There's going to be a live press conference for the WOW Women of Wrestling. All the WOW superheroes, Jeannie Buss and our own Gabby is going to be hosting and moderating that press conference. So she's in the final stage of that. So make sure tomorrow, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, Facebook Live, YouTube, Access TV Fights. It's going to be live on those. Check it out. Support her. Because she's going to be like talking with all the WOW superheroes and stuff. And we're just going to be sitting like at home eating chips and be like, wow, she's doing awesome stuff.
I'm going to be at work, but I will watch.
Well, I'll eat chips at work while watching.
Yes. I'll make sure it's my lunch break.
There you go. But actually, 11 is my lunch break. Perfect.
Oh, great.
I'm in. But yeah.
11 is when I kind of stroll in sometimes.
There you go. So, last SmackDown before we head into FastLane, we got a few things we got to talk about. We got some news we got to talk about later on. We got some predictions we got to talk about later on.
Yeah.
Should we just get into it?
I think so, yes.
You think so or you know so?
I know so.
Okay.
Because you didn't sound if we don't get into
you didn't
it
sound
right
that confident, so I wanted to make sure. Because you know who is confident? The WWE champion, Mr. Daniel Bryan.
Of course.
Yes, he is very confident because he's your champion.
The planet's champion is always confident.
And he mentions how Kofi Kingston is a supporting player. And right now he's on a promotional tour of India like all good supporting players are.
Oh, that's a...
Yeah. And then he compares Kevin Owens to the rest of the WWE Universe. Lame, fat jokes of Kevin Owens, even though Kevin Owens is in the best shape in the last, 10 years. And Kevin Owens comes out. And, oh, by the way, Daniel Bryan mentions, because I want to make sure I mention this because I'm going to mention it again later on in the show. Daniel Bryan says that Kevin Owens is a nobody, but that's what makes him dangerous. A nobody is somebody with nothing to lose. That's what's bring Owens out. And Kevin Owens says, the son, I'm going to be one to shut your mouth. I don't have a reality show. I don't have a 7-foot-tall backup dancer. And they brawl a little bit. And we find out later on we're going to set up Owens and Rowan. Simple, effective promo.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. This is like we're getting to that weird area of like, oh, this is what a face Kevin Owens promo sounds like. Because we've never seen it before. And he's like, oh, yeah, I am like one of these people in the crowd. Like, I'm always waiting for him to just say the opposite.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, you're comparing me to these people in the crowd. I'm nothing like these people. You know what I mean? Like, anymore. But it's like so weird to hear that and be like, oh, this is... But I don't know if I really like him kind of using Stone Cold and Rock catchphrases either. A little
that
bit
was
of it.
weird. I like how he's using the stunner.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why he was using a Rock catchphrase. That threw me off.
Yeah. I think part of it's like I think it's him being like, what do I do now? I've always just been so hated.
Yeah.
How do I be, like, I know, like, if I've listened to, like, Edge of Christian's podcast, and I think Christian was like, when he actually turned good, he was like, I don't have any comeback moves. So he went in the locker room and was like, you're each giving me one of your moves to do. Because I don't know what to do. I don't have any moves to do. And then people were like, okay, fine, here, you can do this or this kind of thing. So I think it's the same for him. Like, it's definitely going to take some time getting used to.
Well, speaking of time getting used to babyface, Miz.
Yes, it's still weird.
Yeah. And he tried this years ago, and we still really couldn't pick it up then. Trying to see. He takes on Jey Uso. The Usos imitate Miz.
I love this promo.
The Usos deliver very consistently.
Yes, they definitely do.
And Shane and Miz's promo, not so much. I wasn't like, you're going down. What year are we in?
Yeah.
But Shane and Jimmy Uso, Shane does a flying clothesline on Jimmy Uso in the back, on the outside, which distracts Jay. Skull Crush finale. Miz gets the win. Simple match, pushing for their tag title match this Sunday, trying to hype it up. I'm not really excited for the match.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
I want to see what happens after the match. I'm like, okay, I really don't want the Usos to lose. Shane and Miz don't need the belts again.
Yeah.
And I did like the part in Miz's promo where he was like, if you slip up for 1 second, I'm going to, find a way to beat you. And that's exactly what they did. Like, he was distracted by, Shane on the outside attacking the other Uso. And then that was how he was. I liked how he, grabbed him as he was running and hit the move.
Yes.
Hit the skull crushing finale. And the Usos promo was really good.
Yeah.
It made me laugh a lot. I like just Shane being like, I'm going to jump off everything. Look at that sign. I'm going to jump off the sign.
That. He thinks his shoe game is better than us. His shoe game is better than ours.
Yeah.
R-Truth wants to be like his childhood hero John Cena again. But Carmelo, I'm exhausted. But Truth, your hero John Cena always said to never give up. He also said you can't see me. So I shouldn't have people see me. But I look at my John Cena posters. I see him everywhere. I see him on my Cena bed sheets. I was even watching a movie with robots and John Cena showed up.
Did you see? I should have retweeted it today. Did you see the very weird tweet he put out today?
Truth?
No, John Cena.
No.
It was like a weird tweet of he's promoting that he's going to be signing his book, that book children's book.
Yeah. I got an autograph one for my nephew.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah, well, he's going to be doing signings or whatever, but he looks so weird.
He lost a lot of weight. He grew a lot of hair.
Yes, he lost a lot of weight. His hair is parted again, and it was just I was like, when did you become 65 years old? He just looks
last week.
He looks very older than he did a month or so whenever he was back on TV. So it's just weird.
Well, Truth initiates another open challenge. Out comes Samoa Joe, but then out comes Rey Mysterio, and out comes Andrade, and the ring announcer is just like, screw it. We're gonna have Fatal 4-Way.
Greg Hamilton's
like, I have the authority to make this match.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have Fatal 4-Way. R-Truth is freaking out. And then
rightfully so.
Oh, but I did miss before that. Lacey Evans came out, and Truth was like, "Oh no, she walked away. That's it. We're done."
Yeah.
But Fun 4-Way really put over Joe as far as just dominating for the first half of this match.
Yeah.
He just took everyone out. I would probably say, if I were to compare it to last week's, I probably like the triple threat a little better than the 4-Way, but it's still really entertaining. Everyone had good moments. And towards the end of the match, Andrade hit a sunset bomb on the outside of Mysterio. And then Zelina ran off the apron and gave a hurricanrana to R-Truth. Carmelo then super kicked Zelina. And this is all going through. Mysterio eventually hits a frog splash on Andrade, going for the pin. Joe with a 6 senton on both of them. Lifts Andrade for a Uranagi. And apparently, on the go-home edition of SmackDown before FastLane, Samoa Joe finally gets his first WWE Championship and wins the U.S. title.
Good for you, Joe. About damn time.
It's about damn time. I'm just kind of surprised at the timing of it.
Yeah. You think? Well, I just think they need to we got a lot to happen in the next 4 weeks after this.
Well,
so to wait another whole week and another whole SmackDown just to get to this, if this is where they're going. I think might as well do it now.
Well, based on the promo that happened right after with Joe. He talked about how no superstar wanted him to win gold, and he talked about how R-Truth idolized John Cena. Well, I don't like John Cena. Does that mean Joe's facing Cena at Mania?
I'd be fine with that.
I'd be fine with that.
No, actually, who I would really, if we're gonna do if we're picking a dream match, kind of like what we want to see at Mania, I want to see Cena versus Velveteen Dream at WrestleMania this year. Because I just want, I don't know, I just think something, I'm thinking outside the box of something different.
Well, that would be like a WrestleMania U.S. title open challenge with Velveteen coming out, but Cena would have to win the title by then.
I don't want Cena to win the belt at all, though.
No, but you just want him to give like an open challenge and Velveteen comes out?
No, I want them to build to an awesome match at WrestleMania between the two of them.
They already got 20 other NXT people that they're not using on TV yet.
Listen, what's another one that they actually can use?
Look,
all right, fine.
we're still busy having Heavy Machinery beat every tag team.
Well, I said it before. How about Cena goes on the NXT show the night before?
I don't like that idea.
Why? They can come up this way. We can go back the other way.
I don't know why. I mean, it makes sense. I'm just, for some reason, I don't like it.
I think it'd be really good. I think it'd be a very fun way to, put that whole WrestleMania weekend to where, like, anybody could show up anywhere and anybody can do anything. And it's John Cena. So who is going to tell him no?
Yeah.
It's one match on an NXT takeover. Velveteen does have a title now.
Can John Cena come out as a new gimmick?
No.
For NXT purposes?
No.
Because we're trying to refresh him.
No. He comes back as John Cena from 20 years in the future.
Come on.
In the same body. It sounds
no way Cena.
It sounds no. It sounds
no
like
way Cena.
It sounds like we're gonna get maybe Cena and Joe, but I also don't. I want Joe to beat Cena.
Oh, I do too.
Like, I don't need
absolutely.
Like, Cena doesn't need to come back to WrestleMania to win a match.
No,
he's done enough.
No,
but
and he's the type of person I wouldn't want to.
No, but wouldn't you want to see him face like a younger guy though? But also, every time he's faced a younger... Actually, no. Let him face Joe. Because every time he's faced a younger guy, that guy has gotten destroyed, and any push he had went nowhere. Rusev, Bray Wyatt... I'm trying to think who else he faced at WrestleMania, but recently.
Undertaker.
Yeah, exactly.
Another young up-and-comer.
Apparently he's retired now, This is what happens. He faces Cena. But he beats Cena, though.
So. Yeah. Rematch, was this from last week or 2 weeks ago? The Bar versus Ricochet and Aleister Black. Mm-hmm. It was fine. I can't understand how two guys I'm so excited to see on the main roster,
the best of friends,
and I'm so annoyed that they're on TV.
Well, and then how annoyed are you that they're getting title shots on other shows and then showing up on this show?
That I don't know.
Right?
I don't get it. How does I hated that Heavy Machinery beat 3 tag teams in a row on Raw last night. By the way, they beat 3 tag teams in succession last night.
Okay,
in case you didn't see Raw.
So, are they building them up to go after?
Well, I guess my one question is, if they're doing that on Raw, and we haven't seen them on SmackDown in a while, so if they are a Raw team, fine. Why are they not in that match, but Ricochet and Aleister Black are?
Yeah.
And they're on both shows.
And where's Gargano and Ciampa? They've only showed up once.
Yeah, they've been gone since then.
And they haven't been, seen it all on either show.
No.
So, it's like, I get Ciampa because he's the champ down there, but I don't know. That also makes me kind of worried about both of them. Like, they had really good showings on Raw and SmackDown, and then now they're nowhere to be seen. But the guys that can do the flippity-dippities...
The flippity-dippities?
Yeah.
You said Cena was old. What the hell was that?
That's that move they did on Raw. I did see that part. It's called the flippity-dippity.
Ricochet hit the 630 for the win. After the match, Rusev and Nakamura came out. The two of them, as well as the Bar, gang up on Aleister and Ricochet. But then the Hardys come out to make a save. And it's been a few weeks, but I feel like a Christian's closet is necessary. Oh, how I miss that music! And we jump ourselves in a time machine back to the year 1998 because that's what Matt and Jeff Hardy were wearing.
Good for them.
I felt like I was playing like the N64 WrestleMania 2000 game, trying to decide which outfit I wanted the Hardys to wear, and these were two of the choices. Jeff with the fishnet, and Matt. I don't even know how you describe those shirts. It's tie-dye, but acid wash.
Yeah.
But way too tight.
They make them all their own, I think.
I don't know. And then like the jeans, I feel like they just went into some old closet.
Yeah, I think
and
they
there's
did.
like I can fit in this again.
He lost a lot of weight.
Well, kudos to him.
Shape.
He's showing off that he can fit in the same clothes he wore 20 years ago. But it's just like, all right, well, clearly Woken Matt is gone.
Yeah, and Jeff Hardy still looks the same and has the same physique as he did 20 years ago. So it's.
I was just watching this. I was waiting for Lita to run out with the thong sticking out of her pants. I was just like, what year am I?
Yeah.
Am I watching a classic on the network? What am I watching?
And somehow Cesaro and
Cesaro and Sheamus were still there getting their ass kicked. It was. I found it crazy. I was just like, okay.
And like, where is this leading though? Too, you know?
I mean, I think eventually, well, maybe next week we'll have an 8-man, or maybe.
What do you mean? When Ricochet and Black win the Raw tag belts because they're the best of friends and the best tag team ever.
Well, they're going to show up on SmackDown then with the Raw tag titles because that's how NXT guys get to go.
They can go wherever they want with any title they have.
But eventually, I think it's going to lead to Hardys and Usos at Mania.
Okay.
Brothers versus brothers.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do with the bar though. I feel like
I feel like their time has come as a tag team. I mean, as great as they've been.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm almost fine to see. I kind of want to see Cesaro break out as a
see what
face,
he can do on his own.
Yeah, because Shane. I mean, they could still be a team, but I'd like to see them break out of there, like do something, do some singles matches. And we were going to get that one with Gargano and Cesaro, and that would have been amazing.
Right.
But then we didn't get it. So.
No, but
damn you, Hardys! You had to come back last week for that.
But you know something that we do get?
What?
We get some great feedback from our AfterBuzz listeners and fans as far as what they like while listening on iTunes and YouTube and SoundCloud, and telling us the things that you like, telling us the things you might not like, because we want to make this show and all the other AfterBuzz shows better and better for you guys. And you know what? I think Tom is going to tell you how you can help us.
I am going to tell you guys. So before we get to the next topic, we want to thank you guys for making us the ESPN of TV talk. But to do that, we need your help. So if you're watching on YouTube, click the thumbs up button, leave us a comment. We'll reply back. You know, have a nice conversation online. If you're listening on iTunes, if you're driving in a car, pull over first. Don't do this while you're driving.
Don't leave a comment while driving.
No. They have to do 5 stars for iTunes.
Well, yeah, park.
Yes.
Park.
I said park. I said pull over.
Don't drive. We don't want you to get a ticket.
But yeah, we're very grateful to being here at AfterBuzz, and you know we've been here for a long time doing this, and we love doing this every week. But we definitely want to hear from you guys, so definitely leave your comments in the chat, and we'll get back to you.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
And I'm just correcting the chat roll on how to spell Segway.
Okay.
Hence, I'm not wearing the Segway City T-shirt tonight, but you can get it on ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg, and that way it will also help you spell the word Segway. Everybody wins.
Yeah. Education, this is great.
Yes, we try to help.
We get learning every week how to spell a new word.
Yes. We also learned. I'm just keeping up with the segues. We also learned the newest Hall of Fame inductee, and that would be one Torrie Wilson. I'm curious on your thoughts because I'm really on the fence with this one.
I think she deserves it. Yes.
Okay.
And
why?
Why? Because I think if you watched SmackDown in the years that she was on, she was a very pivotal character to SmackDown. Yes, I will say it. The storylines were very out there and, definitely not PG. Mm-hmm. I will say that for sure. But, I mean, I'm trying to think. She had a match with, I think it was Victoria that was, really good. She actually had really some good matches. They may not have been, 10 minutes long. They may have probably been, 5 minutes long, little short matches. And, I mean, growing up in wrestling, she was in all those bra and panty matches and everything where it's people love them. You can't look back and be oh, that's people didn't love them.
Oh, when
that was happening,
they loved them.
People loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, she had a long career. She was in WCW first.
Yep.
One of the only people to actually last and make it to WWF at the time and stay there. Everyone else, I mean, who really stayed? Her, Booker T, Stacy Keibler,
Helms.
Yeah. I'm trying to think
about
who else.
it.
Yeah. Chavo.
Yeah. There's probably one or two others.
Yeah.
Mysterio.
Yeah. No, but Mysterio.
He didn't come at the beginning.
He came over later.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah. But so, I mean, it's a credit to, her being a professional and, having a good career. I think if the women would have been able to have longer matches at the time, I think it would have been, we would have seen her have better matches.
Sure.
So I think it's fine. I think it's I mean, I'm sure there's other people they could pick, but whatever. I think she's a good pick for this year.
All right, yeah. So like I said, I'm on the fence, but I'm leaning towards yes, based on one of the reasons that you said.
But you don't get the vote, so you don't.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I'll just be quiet.
No, sorry.
No, with the reason of the longevity, like you said. So, for her time in WCW plus all her time in WWE, she was on TV around 15 or so years.
Wow, that's crazy. I would never have guessed that.
Well, yeah, she made her debut around 98 ish, and she was there well past 2010.
No.
Yeah.
No way.
She had to have been.
No, I don't think so.
She hasn't been off TV for 10 years.
Oh, she's been off for a while.
No.
Yeah.
Chat roll, when was the last time she was on?
Yeah.
Because it's definitely been well over a decade. She was on well over a decade on TV.
Okay, I don't know.
And really, other than as far as current people, you have Natalya, you have Alicia Fox. But other than that, the average career for an NFL player, just thrown out, is under 4 years. For a female in the WWE, it's typically around that time, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So the fact that she had such a long career. Now, what is she known best for? Playboy, being bra and panties matches. And at this time with the huge women's revolution, with a women's match most likely main eventing WrestleMania, is this the right year for her to be inducted? I would say no.
Okay.
I would think it would be more so of one of the actual women real wrestlers based with the path of things. Doesn't mean that she doesn't deserve. I do feel she does deserve when it's all said and done to be inducted for again the longevity and everything like that.
I think, but I also think they WWE, when they look at someone, they look at what they're doing now as well. And she's been a fitness coach for I'm not sure how long, but she's been doing that for a while as well. So I think they're looking at it oh, she was a fitness model, then became a wrestler. Now she's a fitness coach, helping people. Kind of like a DDP kind of person.
Apparently, Chatroll is saying she retired in 2008, which to me seems baffling.
I knew it was way over.
10 years.
Yeah.
So because she debuted, I believe, in 98.
Okay.
So right around 10 years.
But she didn't wrestle at first when she first.
She didn't wrestle for most of her career.
Mm-hmm.
Most of her career she didn't wrestle.
Yeah.
I thought it was longer than that. It felt like longer than that. But yeah, I mean, for people who complain, what about Victoria? What about Bull Nakano? What about Luna Vachon? They're going to get inducted.
Yeah.
Maybe not this year. It's going to happen. I hate everyone complain. What about this? Well, what about Torrie? Because she does deserve to be too. So yeah.
I mean, I just think they could throw out the best list of people that always wanted to get in, and people would still complain.
How many years have I said I want Demolition in? Doesn't mean they're never going to get in.
Yeah,
they're going to get in at some point.
There's only about 10 people that get in a year. Not even that.
Well, no, it's usually around 8.
Okay.
If you're counting all of DXs here, a dozen, but
gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah. We'll keep on going. Naomi versus Mandy. Nothing really to talk about this. This was a 1-minute match. Mandy got the win. Remember when these two had a feud?
Yeah, I don't like that it was so fast.
I don't mind if they want a man to have a quick victory, but not against Naomi if she had this feud.
Have a local talent that she's just have someone that maybe, I don't know, looks like Asuka or something. I don't know.
An Asuka. Oh, that would be cool.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm something where it's makes it more interesting because this doesn't. It doesn't make either of them look good. All right, Mandy beat Naomi in a minute, and now we after that we think she's ready for Asuka. She barely beat Asuka.
Yeah.
To get she faked an arm injury or eye injury.
Yeah.
To beat Asuka. Now she just beats. I don't know. I didn't like this at all.
Well, and Asuka then attacked both Mandy and Sonya from behind afterwards. That was that.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I'm really disappointed in the build to this.
And it was very because last week they weren't even on at all. And they really needed something last week.
Yeah, I just don't get the whole let's. I feel like they'll give the title to someone, and then it's all right, let's do nothing with them. Let's just let them sit out for, a month or two, for no reason.
Yeah. AJ Styles interviewed backstage, talking about how Kofi was robbed. The McMahons aren't listening to the universe, and this is Kofi's moment. He's interrupted by Randy Orton. He's like, you're talking about how someone other than you deserves a title shot? No wonder it took you 15 years to get in. Loved it.
Yeah.
See, love that line.
And that's the thing where it's like they're building this thing between the two of them, and all they've done is like
2 sentences.
Yes, 30-second promos backstage.
Yep.
And I'm already
I'm ready for that match.
I'm way more intrigued in that match than I am for Mandy and Asuka.
Yep.
And they've been building that for like another 3 weeks.
Keven Owens versus Erick Rowan. This match really doesn't even start. Bryan gets involved right away. They start beating down Keven Owens, but a returning Mustafa Ali comes in to make the save, and he helps Owens fight off Bryan and Rowan. He got a nice little pop when he came out, and they teased that Rowan was going to attack, like injure him the same way that he previously did, but he got out of it.
Yeah.
Good to see him back.
Yeah, I'm happy he's back.
Yeah.
I think I really can't tell if they're going to keep Keven Owens as a face. So I'm I'm just going to keep thinking he's going to turn on everyone.
Eventually he's going to turn on everyone.
Yeah.
It's got to happen, right?
Yeah.
And then Charlotte and Becky. So Charlotte called out Becky Lynch. Becky came out on the crutch. Becky mentions, it's okay if my body hurts, if it will keep me in your head. And 1 minute, Ronda wants me at Mania. The next, she'll do whatever it takes to take me out. Damaged are the most dangerous because they have nothing left to lose. At the beginning of the show, that's why I said I wanted to make sure I said it.
I didn't realize it was the same
Daniel
exact
Bryan
line.
said, he's a nobody, but that's what makes him dangerous. A nobody is somebody with nothing to lose.
Come on,
Hello,
people.
writers.
Yeah.
If you put the emphasis on the same part of the line, it sounds identical.
Yep.
From the first segment to the last. You guys can do something different.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Talk to each other.
Yes.
Know what the other person's going to say.
And then Charlotte started attacking Becky. Becky got back, hit her with a crutch a few times, disarm her, and that's how SmackDown goes off the air. Building that up for their match, which we'll get into predictions shortly.
Yeah.
But we got even though Gabby's prepping to talk with those superheroes and Gina Buss, we do have a little wrestling.
Wait, before we do that, sorry.
Oh, yes.
Sorry. Did you like the end of this though? Like, did you think it was a
Becky
good way?
yelling?
A good way to end? Yeah. Like, are you excited for the pay-per-view after watching this?
I feel like this should have been the hour one, the end of hour one segment, and it should have ended with Owens and Bryan.
Yeah, I think so too. Like,
Because since Raw ended with this.
Yeah, and nothing to take away from them.
Yeah.
But it was almost like the same thing of like, I did like the idea of Becky getting, revenge, like not revenge, but getting one up on Charlotte of being like, well, I got my ass kicked last night, so I'm gonna kick your ass a little now.
Yeah.
So like Becky's got the hurt knee now. Charlotte, her arm could be messed up because she did have her in disarmor for a while. And I didn't like the idea of the refs coming down to pry Becky off of Charlotte. Yet Charlotte was just beating the crap out of Becky for a good 2-3 minutes before she got the upper hand.
Well, they were in the back and catering. They were thinking, job well done, guys. Good show. There are no more matches. Oh, wait. There's a fight happening by the time they got there.
But the thing is, like, how many times do we see people get beat down for, like, a good long chunk and, like, no one comes out to do anything? Yet, I think it would have been better if Becky just had her on it, and that's how SmackDown went off the air. Like she just has it on, and she's like wrenching her arm, and Charlotte's like freaking out.
And to be fair, that could have been because Becky was saying some interesting things at the end. Like she was saying some not appropriate stuff. And maybe
Ronda can say it, so why can't Becky?
Well, maybe Becky thought they were off the air.
Maybe, yeah. And it seemed like the refs came down and were saying something to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe they were just like, "Hey, we're not done yet. You're still on the air." Yeah. I don't know. Who knows?
All right, we got to get into wrestling wrap because then we got predictions. So,
gotcha.
Wrestling wrap. So, two main stories with it. First one, obviously, sad story. Monday night, we learned of the passing of wrestling legend King Kong Bundy. You want to talk about someone who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? There's a guy right there.
Yeah.
King Kong Bundy. One of the most intimidating looking wrestlers. Just a giant.
Yeah.
And, main evented with Hogan, WrestleMania 2, the famous 5 count. Like, to me, he was one of the scariest super heavyweights, just from his look, the shaved head. But then he was really, I remember because when Andre the Giant was in, what was the classic comedy movie he was in? I'm forgetting the name.
Princess Bride.
Thank you, Princess Bride. He was in that, but that came out like when I was really, really young, so I don't remember that. I remembered Hogan and No Holds Barred, and then I remembered King Kong Bundy and Married with Children.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, because it was like, here's a bad guy who's funny.
Yeah.
And it really intrigued me about it, and it made me a bigger fan of King Kong Bundy.
Yeah, I thought it was, I can't remember. I feel like it was either at a signing at like the racetrack or at a show in like Atlantic City or Wildwood, New Jersey. I feel like I may have met him once when I was really little. I have like a vague, like I remember meeting like Triple H, and I think it was him too, like after like a show. And I remember him being like really nice. So
yeah. A lot of people said like nothing but nice things about him. So our condolences to his family and get him in the Hall of Fame, please.
Yeah.
The other tidbit, I was given an article that came out on Uprocks that I sent to both you and Gabby because I definitely wanted to talk about it. It has to do with superstars' salaries, and so this was based on mid to late 2018. Some salaries. Now it's no surprise that Brock Lesnar's the highest paid because it's just crazy amounts.
How much?
$12 million
A year
for 5 matches. Wow. 9 appearances or so.
Oh man, I'm in the wrong business.
Yeah, right.
Now, if only I was like a monster.
Now again, a lot of these are based on solely their contracts, and it's not counting merch, it's not counting special appearances. Well, obviously, they get more money for that stuff. Like Seth Rollins at $3 million, AJ Styles at $3.5 million.
Okay.
But then the interesting thing comes in. They share some of the women's salaries based on this article. Ronda Rousey, highest paid one, which is not surprising. $1.5 million is the highest paid female with Ronda. And then you have Nikki Bella and Alexa Bliss in third at $350,000.
Interesting.
Becky Lynch and Asuka, $250,000.
Where's Charlotte on this list?
Charlotte was second at $550,000.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, all right. I was like, wait, how's Charlotte like not above?
But it's in fact, and here's the part that I found most fascinating. So they have Apollo Crews, who's rarely on TV, should be on TV far more than he is. He's at $300,000. The Riot Squad, who I know for a long time on SmackDown, I talked very negatively about them, but they've gotten so much better on Raw. They're at $80,000 each
or total.
No. Well, it's funny you mention it because I went ahead and I did some math.
Okay.
I went and did some math of this because now a lot of wrestlers they travel together. To help save money.
Yeah.
Riot Squad tends to travel together.
So now we know why.
Right. But so here's a breakdown on some math that I did. So if we take 80,000, divide that over 52 weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
It's $1,538 a week. To you and me, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Now, remember, wrestlers typically on their regular trips, now WrestleMania is the exception, international trips are exception, they pay for their travel, they pay for the hotel, etc. I was looking up average price if they're on the road 4 nights a week. Let's say an average price for a hotel is somewhere between $100 and $200.
Okay.
Evenly say $150.
That's
Dividing that by
$50 a
3.
person.
Dividing that by 3. That's $200 a week for a hotel.
Okay.
Let's say they spend $150 a week on gas. Divide that by 3.
Okay.
$50. Food. Let's say, because they get catering, let's say, things to stop at along the way, whatever. I just was conservative and said $100.
Okay.
An enterprise rental.
So $25 a day on food.
$100 a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enterprise rental SUV. I looked up the average price for a week.
They don't get an SUV though.
Well, typically 3 of them to fit all their luggage stuff. They might get a small SUV.
Yeah.
If there's 3 of them, it comes to a week about $240. That's $80 for each of them.
Okay.
And other miscellaneous items, whatever they might need on the road.
Also, just think of being a woman where, I think on most Raws and Smackdowns, they get their makeup done for them.
Sure.
But
they got to buy their own
other
on
shows.
the
They still have to buy all that other stuff. Like that's
so that's why I have miscellaneous items.
Okay.
Various. I was conservative and I said $100 a week.
Okay.
You put all that together.
Okay.
After you take that off the $1,500.
Okay.
That gives the Riot Squad $1,008 a week. and they are performing 4 nights a week on national TV every week on just about all the pay-per-views. Are you really telling me that Apollo Crews gets that much more money than the Riot Squad? I'm not saying Apollo Crews should get less money.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying the Riot Squad should get a far more.
Yeah.
With $1 billion deal with Fox and the millions and millions of dollars that Saudi Arabia has given to WWE, there is no excuse for any wrestler. Every wrestler on the main roster should get a minimum of $250,000.
Yeah.
Minimum.
I think,
the NXT wrestlers should get between $75,000 and $100. And they certainly don't get anywhere near that either.
Yeah.
I just find this fascinating that I had to crunch those numbers.
That's crazy, the amount of money that we know that they're pumping, getting in to WWE. And, like, especially I feel like it always gets exposed, like, not exposed, but said of, like, oh, last year Vince McMahon made this much money. Stephanie and Triple H got this much money. Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They're on the road more, these people, than Vince and Triple H and Stephanie. And, like, I get they're the bosses, but that's kind of ridiculous, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of...
I just use them as an example,
I think more of the women that you said, like, they're going to main event WrestleMania this year, and you put all of their money combined, and it is nowhere close to probably what Brock Lesnar makes.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
Based on the
in
article,
a year, you take every woman that works at WWE and put it all together. I don't think it even touches Brock Lesnar.
Based on the article, on that article, you have Charlotte at 550.
Okay.
You have Ronda at 1.5. So
Okay.
we're at 2,050,000. Becky Lynch 250,000. We're at 2.3 million for those three. And you have Seth Rollins by himself at 3.
Yeah, like that's crazy. What does Reigns make?
Reigns,
he's like
what's
6,
he on the list
7?
here? 5.
5.
5 million for Reigns.
See, I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, Women's Revolution.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
And you know, there's not an actual. I saw the schedule for the rest of the year. There's no, as of right now, a women's only pay-per-view scheduled yet.
There's not.
No. But,
We'll see.
But guess what, guys? Guess where we're going?
We're going back?
2 times. 2 times this year, going back to Saudi Arabia.
By the way, and because the chat world's wondering, John Cena, WWE salary, $8.5 million.
Damn.
That's not counting all those movies and everything else.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get into some predictions because we could talk about that all day long.
Hey, WWE, raise the prices on those for those women. They deserve it.
Yes. I mean, again, you should raise the price for everybody, except maybe Lesnar.
Yeah.
But
I don't know about everybody.
Well,
I think they're all making.
I'm not again. Like, I'm happy Apollo Crews is getting paid that much.
Yeah, that's good for him.
But then, how is he getting that, and all these people aren't?
Yeah. I want to make that much money.
Yeah.
Damn.
You got to take off with 0.
Yeah. You want to make $30? Is that what you?
Yes. If I can make $30, that'd be amazing. Okay, so predictions. Fastlane this Sunday. They announced during the show tonight, we're going to have the greatest kickoff match ever.
Yes.
Because we have Andrade and Mysterio in a kickoff match.
Okay.
Give them a half hour. Give it to them.
Yeah, give them the whole show. The whole half hour.
I say Ray wins to then build for a Mania match.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't know. I think Estrada, I think he wins. But just by cheating though. Yeah. Cheap win.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go through the Raw matches quickly, and then we'll get to the good matches.
Okay.
Triple threat tag team title match for Raw. The Revival defending against Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, and SmackDown's, Raw's, NXT's, 205 Live's, and NXT UK's, Aleister Black and Ricochet.
So loser tag champs, loser runner-ups, new champs, Black and.
You think Black and Ricochet are going to win?
Why not? Who cares? What are we doing here with these people?
Revival are going to retain. They're going to pin Gable or Roode. Ricochet and Aleister will not be involved in a pin.
I would say, yeah, they're... Okay, I'm going to change my prediction now. I say the Revival retains because the SmackDown guys show up and take out Black and Ricochet like they did tonight. You know what I mean? Like, they just interfere. Because then we can get those guys more on the SmackDown if that's where they're going to be and keep everyone else on Raw.
We'll see. Well, again, I don't think it's going to be set in stone until they actually have the shakeup.
Yeah, I guess so.
Raw... I was going to say Raw women's tag team titles, but it's not necessarily Raw's. But the main event, Sasha and Bayley defending
They
against...
haven't showed up on SmackDown.
No, they showed up on NXT, but not SmackDown.
Which makes no sense because the Iconics have been calling them out every week now.
Yeah, where's the Iconics been?
Yeah.
Sasha and Bayley defending against Nia and Tamina. Sasha and Bayley got to retain, right? They just won them.
Yeah. I think it sets up... I think we get Iconics and Sasha and Bayley at Mania.
Okay, I hope so. The Shield is back, maybe for the last time,
Bum, bum, bum.
against Corbin, Lashley, and McIntyre. Corbin, Lashley, and McIntyre win because Ambrose is going to turn on Reigns to set up Reigns and Ambrose at Mania. I said it. It's been done.
Interesting.
I can't take back what I said. It's not going to be right.
And then Reigns is going to turn on Rollins. Like
Yes,
Lashley, like you
just
said.
do everything. Reigns got to be involved in the main event.
I hope not.
yeah.
Come on. No, I saw something today where it seems to be, well, I mean, reporting so far, is that it's going to be Reigns and Corbin at WrestleMania.
Oh, God.
And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to see Reigns in the title picture, but I don't want to see him against Corbin at WrestleMania either. Like, you're going to waste that match at WrestleMania?
That's going to be the 1 minute match.
Yeah. But, I mean, we don't know how Reigns is going to be in the ring either.
I don't know.
Like, how, is he totally, I mean, obviously he's cleared.
Yeah.
I just think this is ridiculous, this whole thing.
So who's winning?
Like, God, I don't. The Shield's gonna win because it's gonna be their last match ever. Blah blah blah. It's like a rock band that goes out and goes, "This is our last tour ever, guys. Last tour, final tour." And then 2 years later, they're back out on the road again. So, hey, I get you want to make money. I get that. So,
now the SmackDown side, Asuka defending the SmackDown.
that's the only Raw matches.
That's it. Those
Wow.
three. And then there's, I mean, if you count the kickoff, we have 5 SmackDown.
Damn, good for SmackDown.
Yeah. Asuka defending against Mandy Rose. Asuka.
Yeah, Asuka.
Usos defending against Miz and Shane. This is what we want to see what happens after this match.
yeah.
Usos win.
Yeah, Usos win.
But the question is what happens after.
Miz and Mr. Miz beat the crap out of Shane.
Yeah.
Or I think Mr. Miz makes them lose the match.
Charlotte versus Becky. If Becky wins, she's added as triple threat for the main event of WrestleMania.
I mean, the people are going to riot if Becky doesn't win. So just give it to Becky. Let's get this match going. We only got 4 weeks till Mania.
No contest. Because Ronda's going to beat the crap out of both of them. Charlotte's thinking...
No, I think... Oh, no.
Charlotte's thinking, I'm made in the shade, and they're going to make a triple threat anyway.
No, I think Becky wins by DQ. Like, Ronda comes down and beats the crap out of Charlotte to get... So Becky wins the match still. But she doesn't technically beat Charlotte to get in the match.
Okay. And then Dana Bryan defending against Kevin Owens. I feel Bryan will retain. However, New Day is going to get involved. Mustafa Ali is going to get involved. Rowan's going to get involved. And we're setting ourselves up for a fatal 4-way at Mania.
Really? No.
Bryan, Ali, Owens, and Kofi.
No.
I don't want it.
No.
I'm not saying I want that. But that's
No, I want Kofi Mania. I want a singles
Kofi
match.
Mania
He's
too.
never had a singles match.
I agree.
No.
That's what I prefer.
Listen,
I prefer just be Bryan and Kofi.
Listen, this is what's going to happen.
Tell us, 'cause we
Bryan's
got to
gonna
wrap
win.
up.
I know Bryan's gonna win, and then Kevin Owens is gonna be so mad because Ali may come down to try to help him win, and then Kevin Owens turns on Ali, and then we get Owens and Ali at Mania.
I'm fine with that.
Okay,
We'll see.
that's what's happening.
Okay, well,
that it?
I hope you're right. That's it. That's it. That's our show. So we want to know what you guys think. Leave us a comments on YouTube, on iTunes, and you can talk to us on various forms of social media. Again, make sure you check out Gabby on Facebook Live and YouTube Live for Access TV Fights, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday, to watch her do the live press conference for Wild Women of Wrestling as she hosts and moderates that. And you can follow her on Twitter at GabbyLorenTV. Tom, how can people reach out to you?
They can find me Twitter, Instagram, TomTheCom. I will be at WrestleCon. I will be at StarCast. Follow me also, Connolly Central on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah.
All right.
Go Gabby.
Yes. Follow me on Twitter at Rosenberg, Instagram, The Rosenberg. You want to join The Evil Enterprise? Well, you can at ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Join Segway City, also at ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. And for other AfterBuzz TV news and gossip, follow him on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. And thanks so much for tuning in. For Tom Connolly, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We'll see you later.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.